Hello and welcome back to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we've never seen before. I'm one of your hosts, Trent. I'm here with my wife, Betsy.
I'm the other host.
And today we're going to continue our October series of movies.
Yes.
That's what I'm calling it.
That's what we're calling it.
It's not Halloween stuff. It's not slasher stuff. It is just what we deem appropriate for October.
Because why not?
Because why not? So today we're going to watch a movie that neither of us have seen. It is a movie that a lot of people have seen and said a lot about and really, really liked for whatever reason. We're going to see Midsommar. So Betsy, what do you know about this movie?
It's about a cult.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah?
I know Florence Pugh is in it.
Florence Pugh, yeah.
This kind of was her big, She's done a ton of movies. I don't know if you call this her big break, but it certainly was one of her biggest starring roles to this
she's
point.
on the damn poster, so...
Right?
Yeah.
I know there's that shot of her, crying and looking crazy, all covered in flowers.
Right, that's the shot. That's the poster.
Yeah. So the part I have gleaned just from existing on the internet and in modern times is that it's her and her boyfriend, and they're on vacation somewhere.
Yeah.
And they somehow end up at this village or this commune, this something or other. And these people basically do some horrible, horrible shit.
Yeah.
What that horrible shit is, I do not know.
I don't know how they get into it. I think you're right. They go on some vacation together, and they are somehow just integrated into this group.
Yep.
And you've done a summer thing just this year where it's... a bunch of people, a bunch of adults coming together.
Yes, I joined a cult this summer.
Yes, of course. Why else would we be watching this? But yeah, you did a thing where it's a bunch of people coming together to do an adult summer camp.
Yes.
You do weird activities and just fun stuff in general. You went there with a friend. So, it's one of these movies that I believe that this movie is something that could happen. What happens here, it's believable. It's, I don't really know if this is going to be gory or just disturbing. I think disturbing is the word.
I'm a little unsure about this one, namely because we've mentioned before I don't like scary movies, and I don't know if this one is going to be scarier than I realize.
Right.
Or if it's going to freak me out more because it is plausible that it could happen.
Sure.
That's kind of where my mind is oh God, what are we getting into?
Yeah.
I know a ton of people love this movie.
Yeah.
I think it was incredibly well received. It's definitely got a reputation for being good. So I'm hoping this is more thriller than slasher.
And isn't the person who made this the same one who made that one with Natalie Portman that was all...
Annihilation?
Annihilation, yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't...
Yes? Question mark?
I don't know.
We'll look it up after we...
I know that director made a couple of different movies like that. This might be one of them.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think I know any other actors who are in this movie. My feeling is it's probably a lot of unknowns.
I barely know Florence Pugh. She's I've only seen her in three different movies now. 2?
Little Women.
Little Women.
Black Widow.
Black Widow. No, it's 2, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just kind of blown up over the past couple of years. What did this come out in, 2019?
It's pretty recent.
Yeah.
2018, 2019, yeah.
So, again, I don't know where she came from or what her background is or why she keeps getting cast in all these things. She's good in those 2 things I've seen her in, but...
I know she's dating Zach Braff.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I don't really have a lot more to say about the movie because I just... weirdly have been able to avoid major spoilers.
Right. I liken this movie a lot to Hereditary. It's kind of a fucked up movie.
Very talked about.
Very much beloved.
Tremendous acting,
and I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's go see Midsommar, Betsy.
Okie dokie.
So Betsy, what the fuck?
Yes, so that was a beautifully shot movie.
It was.
Wonderful world building.
Yeah.
And it was deeply disturbing.
You think?
So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to have nightmares, but I'm going to be thinking about this movie for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to correct something I said in the intro. This guy did not do that other movie. He did Hereditary. So he did Hereditary first, then he did this,
Okay.
and he has another one coming out next year.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was wrong. So, wow. And the movie just hits you right over the head with, this is going to be some fucked up shit.
Correct.
Right off the gate with what happens to her family.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to come out and say, just let this be a lesson to anybody out there. Do not stay in your toxic relationship. Because, good God, she needed some help. He was not there for her, and
hasn't been for some time.
He's just dragging her along all over the world just because
he feels bad.
Just because he doesn't want to feel like a dick. But
Right.
you know what? You are a dick.
You are a dick. Just be a dick. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Break up with the
Break
woman.
up with the woman.
Like, I get it. So the movie starts, she gets a really ominous, fucked up email from her sister.
Right.
Who's apparently bipolar.
Yeah.
And basically says, there's nothing left. This is the end.
Everything is dark.
Everything is dark. I'm taking
Black.
mom and dad with me. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So, of
She's
course,
freaking out.
Danny, our heroine.
Yeah. Florence Pugh.
So she is rightfully freaking out because her
Yeah.
sister's not emailing her back. And her boyfriend is less than supportive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like kind of annoyed that she calls.
And she's even like hesitant to even call him.
Right, but if you look at her phone, it's like she's been trying to call everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, can't get through, can't connect, can't get through. Every single person. He's
Right.
the only one who actually picks up the phone.
Yeah, she calls her parents. She calls
Cell phones,
leaves,
landlines.
Yeah, and leaves a I wrote down, it's like, are we in the past? Why do these people still have a landline and an answering machine?
Because they're older.
Yeah.
Older people have landlines. If anyone has them. Young people do not.
Right.
But older people still do to some extent.
Yeah.
I know a few people who still have landlines.
Yes.
But yeah, we get right to it with this kind of rough relationship, and she's like on the phone with another friend saying he's gonna break up with me, he's gonna say something, I'm too needy,
Right.
and he's not supportive, but maybe I'm asking him to be too supportive, dragging all my shit with
Right.
me.
And she's clearly has some anxiety issues.
She's taking pills.
She's taking pills. Everything
She
that
has a
she does,
therapist.
everything that she does, she puts on herself.
Yes.
Like, and he doesn't help any of this. He's the one who was like saying, well, maybe it's your fault. Mm-hmm. You're the one who
Your sister is bipolar. You're giving her too much attention. And every time you do that,
it's just a cry for help. You're enabling her,
yeah.
and
Not even a cry for help, a cry for attention.
Cry for attention,
He
yeah.
refers to it as a cry for attention.
Right.
And you are making it worse because you run and try to help her every single time.
God, this sucks. This guy sucks.
This guy sucks. And he's literally like, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to break up with her tonight.
Right.
But before he gets a chance to, he gets another phone call from her, full body
Wailing.
screaming,
Wailing.
wailing, because her sister went through with it and plugged hoses.
Yeah, rigged up a hose
to the back of
to
the vehicles.
Two different cars, one that went into her parents' bedroom while they slept, and one rigged up to her face.
Yeah. So she did it. She killed herself and she killed her parents.
Yeah.
And I was wondering when the phone is ringing in the middle of the night and they showed her parents right there, why they weren't reacting.
Yeah, I
that
had the
phone
same
is 3
thought.
feet from them.
And that's very loud.
Yes. So basically, she's got a fucked up family background. She's a little fucked up. And then this really fucks her up.
Oh, boy.
And that's just the first 5 minutes. So yeah, and it's like cold and wintry and dark. So that's how we start the movie.
It is
in
very
the
much
winter.
in the winter.
her boyfriend is apparently like a PhD candidate, and all
Yeah.
his other friends are like anthro candidates. They're all in the anthropology department.
Cultural anthropology is what I think all of them are in.
Right. So one of them wants to go to Sweden because that is what his thesis is about, is the Midsommar festivals, and he's going to go to other countries and explore this and investigate it. And Christian, her boyfriend, doesn't have a fucking clue what he's going to write his thesis on.
Yeah, he has no idea. He's hoping to get inspired. He's not even sure if he wants to go along on the trip.
Yep. So we've got Christian. Josh is the serious PhD candidate.
Yep.
Then you've got Mark, who's a little dweeb who just wants to fuck anything that moves.
Yeah, he's just kind of an annoying piece of shit.
Yep. And then you've got Pele?
Pele.
I think it's like Pella.
Yeah, Pella.
Who is actually from Sweden, and he invites all of his friends to come to his little village, his commune he refers to it, which should have been your first warning. Anybody who calls something a commune, have you ever heard a positive of a positive commune?
Not lately.
Not lately. Anytime I've ever heard of commune, it's the polite way of calling it a cult.
Yep.
So that should have been your first red flag. But they're like, no, we'll go to Sweden and it'll be great. But they have this, Christian and Danny have a bad relationship. And of course, he's ready to break up with her in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
6 months go by after this horrible tragedy.
Yep.
And they're still in bad place. But he doesn't break up with her because he feels bad because she's going through some shit. I get it. I understand the mentality.
You don't want to be that guy.
Don't add fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
But she has clearly been going through it. And like they go to a party and she's barely even there.
Yeah.
And then they just bring up, and we're going to Sweden in 2 weeks for a month and a half.
And he already bought the ticket, didn't say a damn word to her because he was planning on breaking up with her before they even left.
Right.
But then he feels guilty and invites her along. But, oh, hey guys, she's coming over. So I invited her to go, but she's not actually going to go.
Quote unquote, she's not going to go.
She's not going to go.
No. She's going through it.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be weird. But just so you guys know, I invited her. And you all know about it. You all know I invited her.
And you're all pumped about it.
And you're all excited for her to be around. So be cool, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's sort of where we all start. She decides to go. She has a conversation with Pella, who's like, I'm excited you're coming with us.
Right.
I think you're really going to like it.
Right. And like that is the seed that is planted. Like Pella is super into Danny going along on the trip because it's just one more person that he can get into his little commune.
Right. So the movie starts making sense and then quickly becomes
It veers.
non-linear storytelling.
Yeah.
And it gets a little bit difficult to follow what is past, what is present, what is 2 days ago, what is 1 day ago, what is tomorrow.
While it's happening, I had a hard time getting it all through, but I think by the end I was completely fine.
Yeah, like I understood it. It took like a second or two, but there were a couple times where it's like, here's a scene from now, and then here's a scene from 2 days ago, and then here's a scene from 3 days ago, and then here's a scene from now
Right
again.
at the very end of when they were doing their non-linear stuff, like it jumps like 2 or 3 different times
in a minute.
Within a minute.
Yeah.
And it just gives you that little extra nugget to tell you what they're doing.
So yes.
I don't think they needed to do that for that particular thing, but it is a way of storytelling.
Yes, the movie is crafted incredibly well to tell the story, and it's giving you absolutely every detail, everything you need to know. It's just doing it out of sequence. So for the sake of this, we're probably going to talk more linearly because in my brain it's just going to make the most sense.
I have to have a timeline in my
But you
head.
have to understand that this is all like out of sequence. So we see like an image of something, and then we go, oh, that's that thing that was happening 10 minutes ago.
Right. And I think the thing that helped me keep it all together, as far as like what day this is all happening, at the very least, just finding out what day, and regardless of what in sequence happened, it's their clothing.
Yes.
Because the first day, Danny is wearing an orange shirt.
Yeah.
The second day, she's wearing kind of a navy shirt.
Right.
That's how I kept it going. So if you were confused watching this, if you did watch it, I hope you watched it. If you were confused about that, pay attention to everybody's clothing.
Right. That's about the only signal you're going to have for where we are in the story.
Yep.
But yeah, so they end up actually going to Sweden, and she's like having a panic attack on the plane. She kind of just keeps having meltdowns. She has a panic attack somewhat frequently.
Pretty much anytime anybody brings up what happened to her family or
like
family
literally
in
the
general,
word family triggers her.
Yeah.
And that is understandable.
That's completely understandable. That is a horrible, horrible thing. And I'm surprised she is keeping it as together as she does.
Right.
All things considered.
She's had a little time to move on, but like Pella brings it up before the trip,
Yeah.
and she's like, I gotta go. Bye.
I gotta go.
Sorry, it's not you.
It's not you. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. And then we get there, and then it's all the way into the plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were some cool shots. This movie is really, like I said at the very beginning here, it's a beautifully shot movie. It looks very cool. It's all outdoors,
not
pretty much.
Not just like the landscapes or anything like that. That's not what we're talking about.
The framing.
It's just the framing, and when we get to the drug trip stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of drug stuff.
There's a lot of drug stuff. All of it is just striking. And I'm actually, after they first started doing it, I started to look for
more.
What's in this scene? What's in that scene? What's warbling over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of it's subtle and you almost miss it, and then other stuff is just like really in your face.
Yeah.
So they get to Sweden, they get to this little bitty commune, and their guide Pella says, oh, we're going to stop here first, and they're just out in this field.
Yeah, they get through like the wooded area on this one-lane road. It's a path clearing basically.
Right.
But they get to this open field, and there's just dotted across the landscape some people.
Yeah, there's people in the traditional garb of the villagers.
Right, the white garb.
And then there's outsiders. So it becomes very apparent, oh, these are my friends from London and these are my friends from America.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know pretty quickly this movie is not going to end well. This movie is not a friendly place for these outsiders.
No.
So it's like, oh, these are my friends, and these are some of my people who have also just come back to the village, and they've brought friends with them. It's like, oh, you all brought friends with you, did you? I too have seen Get Out and know what happens to people who are invited to your home. Outsiders who are brought in. They are required for something. We just don't know what yet. And they're immediately handed mushrooms, and they all go on a trip together.
Whole lot of forced drug use in this.
Not even forced, but they're like, oh, you're just in time.
It's pushed. It's pushed on them.
It is pushed very heavily.
Yeah.
And they're very friendly about it. Like, they never tell them it's okay, you don't have to.
Right.
But they keep nudging them until they say yes. And it's like, no, it will make you feel good and open and experience everything.
And able to be influenced.
Right, exactly. It's all about being flexible and bendable with your free will in this movie. And the drugs enhance that. Yeah. So yeah, they take the shrooms and they're all sitting in the field and they ask what time it is, and it's 9 o'clock because you're in the middle of the summer. So it's June, it's the solstice, and it is the longest day of the year.
In the northern part of Sweden.
In the northern part of Sweden, where the sun barely sets.
Yeah,
it basically doesn't.
They drive 4 hours from, was it Stockholm?
North, yeah.
Yeah, they drive 4 hours north.
So we're talking bumblefuck nowhere Sweden.
Yeah, nowhere.
In the mountains, in the hills, in this little commune with barely electricity.
Yeah, very, very north.
Yes.
So that's why we have, sunshine all day.
So this is the same place in the winter where it's dark all the time.
Yeah.
So they have the two extremes.
Exactly.
But they say, the midnight sun. And of course I think of Led Zeppelin. So they're all tripping, and she's imagining grass is growing through her feet. And you can already kind of tell she is experiencing this on a different plane that everybody else is, because Pella is saying, can you feel the energy from the earth? And she's kind of looking at her hand, and she's like, I feel it.
Well, and she also didn't take the shrooms. She took the tea.
She took a tea because she was going to not do it.
Right.
Because she wants to get her grounding first.
Right. They literally just got off the plane, got in the car, and drove 4 hours north.
And now let's go take drugs. Whee!
Right.
So she begrudgingly says, nope, it's okay. We'll do it. Let's take the drugs. We'll go on the trip together.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to be the one that is...
She doesn't want to be the party pooper.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be the one to prevent anybody else from having a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they trip, and then somebody says the word family, and it sends her on a bad trip. So she basically starts melting down and goes like to an outhouse or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a place, you said that she like turns on a light or something, and there's a reflection. There's somebody in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I didn't see what it was. What was it?
It was a person. I don't know who it was because it was just on there for a split second.
Right.
But she turns on the light, and there's somebody over her shoulder in the mirror.
Right. And I want to, eventually, after absorbing this, I think I want to go back and watch this again. Yeah. Because there's a lot of analytical things I kind of want to look at. There's a lot of reflections and mirrors.
You could absolutely do a case study on this movie.
Oh, yes.
It is incredibly shot.
Absolutely.
Wow.
There's a lot of ominous shots, like when they're pulling up and the car goes upside down and you're basically riding the ceiling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff with mirrors. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff in her apartment that kind of harkens to stuff later in the movie. And I'll get to that.
Please, because I was not paying attention there.
I will get to that. Just little things that I noticed.
All right.
So I think there's absolutely a lot of, mirrors, reflections, stuff there.
I mean, there's a lot of just symbolism in general, especially when you talked about them going upside down and the turbulence on the plane.
Yeah.
So like they're entering in the Swedish airspace or whatever. They're getting close to what's going to happen later in the movie, and then you're driving towards it. You're in the upside down. Very much so.
Right, and there's a lot of turning cameras, and it's making you dizzy and disoriented. The whole movie, there's tons of this stuff.
Right, the whole aspect of it is to try to get you off kilter.
Yes. So she's in this outhouse and she sees a face, but then kind of shrugs it off because she's having a fucking drug trip.
Right.
But she basically runs through the woods and then passes out in a field somewhere, and they find her God knows how many hours later.
They said 6 hours.
Well, that's when they found her, was 6 hours ago. But who knows how long it was before they were like, hey, we should go look for her.
So they mentioned it's 9 o'clock at night,
yes.
quote unquote, 9 p.m., and she goes running off, and she probably just passes out and sleeps the entire night in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the middle of summer. It's nice. It's warm.
And they say it's
the sun is still up.
Yeah, it's only dark, like not even like dark, for 2 hours.
Yeah, the sun basically gets to the low level of the horizon, but doesn't actually set at any moment.
Yeah,
that's kind of how far north we are. So she wakes up in a field. She doesn't know what the fuck just happened, and then they enter the village, and there's like people in white embroidered outfits playing flutes, and there's drums, and they're singing, and there's feasting, and here, welcome, and have this charm.
Right.
It's strawberry.
Yeah, it's meant to be extremely welcoming to any outsider.
Right. Okay, so again, this is kind of where it starts being out of order, so I'm going to do it in order because that'll make the most sense to me.
One more thing. We are introduced to 2 other characters at that first meeting place.
Yes, there's a couple people from London.
To Simon and Connie.
Yes.
Which are just a couple of people that came along with Pella's brother.
Ingmar. Yes.
So these 2 guys from the commune brought a total of,
at least 6 people.
Yeah, 6 people.
But there were other people there too. There were a couple that we never got introduced to.
Right.
And they were just kind of in the background.
Sure.
So there were at least like 8 people, I think. And if you're doing your math, at the end of the movie, 9 is a significant number. So the fact that they brought 8 people along matters. But yes, this is all going to be out of sequence for you guys watching the movie. But in the actual order of events, they get to the village and they're greeted by Pella's father. I think
maybe, or an elder. It
elder.
Doesn't really matter.
He calls him like Papa something.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because in this commune, everybody is family.
Yes,
everybody's family. If you're an elder,
it's
you're
like the
basically
Olive
a father.
Garden. When you're here, you're family.
All right.
The Swedish Olive Garden. But I noticed this. He's going around and saying hello to everybody, and he says, welcome, welcome, welcome. And he looks her in the face, and to Danny, he says, welcome home.
Yeah.
He only says welcome to the guys.
Yep.
But to her, he said, welcome home. Little touch, little detail.
Yeah.
Relevant? Don't know.
Don't
Feels
know.
relevant.
Don't know.
Because I don't know
But-
that they were planning anything or if they
I
just kind of
think-
have a sense about her.
I think Pella was very much trying to get her to become a member.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's very intuitive, and they talk about that throughout the movie. Like,
Yes.
he is a good judge of people.
And he is rewarded for that at the very end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he brings everybody in and just kind of starts showing them around this place. Like, here's my brother, and here is my sister, and here's my other sister.
Yeah, he goes through the entire rigmarole every single time. This is Mark. This is this. This is this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And somewhere in here, they go. Not a lot happens here, if I'm remembering the sequence correctly.
Yeah.
So they kind of just get to be seeing the camp. There's kind of an opening ceremony, as it were.
They also show him where they're going to be sleeping, which
Yep.
is the big cathedral-looking thing. And there's just artwork everywhere.
Yes.
And on these buildings, in these buildings, much like a hieroglyphic kind of thing, where it's
Runes.
like
They're
yeah, They're
runes.
runes, yeah.
We're in the land of Scandinavians.
Yes, thank you. But it's all depicting their culture and their ceremonies, and it's environmental storytelling if you know to look for it.
Yes. And at the opening ceremony, they basically have like this elder woman who I think is like the leader. She kind of is the MC. of the
She's
whole
kind of
thing.
always at the head of the table
Yeah.
and introducing people and just getting things started.
Yeah. And she says something about, this is our biggest festival in 90 years. This is a once in a lifetime thing.
They only do it every 90 years.
It's only every 90 years that this
Yeah.
happens. So something about the cycles. The cycles are very big. Like they say, when you're up to 18, that's considered the spring of your life and you're a child. From 18 to 36, that's the summer of your life. And that's when you get married and everything.
You notice the significance of the number 9.
No.
It's every 90 years.
Okay.
Every 90 years, 9 people are
It's
sacrificed.
a 9-day festival.
It is a 9-day festival. It is 9 months for a pregnancy.
True.
And I think on the panel that they were walking by after they saw the bear in the cage, I think those are 9 panels there.
Okay. Yeah, you're
So
probably
the number
right.
9 is very prevalent here.
Recurrent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm going to watch this again, I'm going to look for more of that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure we could also just Google it and somebody has done this.
Sure.
And we'd get a few things. But there's always stuff I miss. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you picked that up because I didn't.
But, and the same thing, you were just saying 18, 36, those are all divisible by 9.
Aw, Trent, you're blowing my mind here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, they have the seasons of your life, 36 to,
Yep.
to 70, or to, what are they, midlife. I can't do math.
Whatever.
54. And then after 72, Danny asks, what happens when you're
after
72? And he doesn't say. He doesn't answer the question.
But he does. But he motions to his neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed it. I looked away for a
No,
second.
totally. He motions to his neck like, that kind of a thing.
You just die.
But he does it in a very joking way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's
so she
deadly
plays it
serious.
off. Right. And she sees like the wall with the pictures of all the May Queens.
Yeah.
And she says, they've already referenced the May Queen
Yep.
at this point,
Yep,
but
yep.
they actually say what it is. And he says, oh, they have a big dance competition. And whoever dances the longest is whoever dances the longest is crowned the May Queen.
Right.
And she's just like, oh, cool.
And they're dancing around a maypole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all like pagan May festivals, May whatever. Yeah.
This is all very believable culturally. And the fact that it's set somewhere that has culture that has existed for thousands of years. Like somebody makes a joke, like Mark's always cracking jokes. He's the fool, and they bring this up a few times. He's like, how are all these Swedish chicks so hot? And somebody says, well, all the ancient Vikings, pillaged other places and they brought back the best women.
Right.
And there's some truth to that. Like that is living like a Viking. And this is the home of the Vikings, one of many. And
Go Packers.
and generationally, they have this very deep-seated culture. But yeah, we just kind of get more of the village. So there's like the first day, there's that festival. The second day, they have like a picnic. I don't know what you call it. They have a table set up outside at this angular table.
Yeah.
And these two elderly people come out, a man and a woman. And a bunch of stuff happens in Swedish, and we're not meant to understand any of it. There's no subtitles, unless they tell us they want
Except for the stuff that they want you to know.
Yep. And so they're at the head of the table, and they get up and chant and drink, and they eat this meal, and we don't know what's going on. And then they are in these ornate chairs and lifted up and carried away.
Yeah.
And we follow them to a mountain face where they are carried up to the top of a hill. They're
Off a sheer cliff.
a sheer cliff.
Yeah.
Their palms are cut, and they rub blood on this rune-covered stone. And then they, again, say some words, gesture, and there's all the villages down at the bottom
looking up
at this in silence. And these old people fling their bodies from the cliff face.
Yeah. First, the woman does it.
Face plants on a rock.
She is very dead.
Yes.
And again, silence.
Yes.
Except for the outsiders.
Except for the outsiders who are like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What is going on here? But Danny is just kind of, and that's it. She like inhales and grabs Christian by the wrist and is making eye contact with the woman like the whole way down.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask one question.
All right.
I thought the woman sort of resembled Danny. She had a very strong jawline the way Florence Pugh does.
Yeah.
She had that little mouth and intense eyes. And I don't know if that's an intentional choice. I felt like it might be.
I didn't notice it, but sure.
Because it almost looked like if you put Florence Pugh, added like 50 years,
Maybe.
they would have a similar look.
Maybe.
And they have a lot of moments where they like exchange intense eye contact.
Sure.
So I don't know if that was intentional. That's how I interpret it. I don't really know if there's much to that, but I thought it. So
It's
yeah.
an interesting point, yeah. So after that happens, the older man goes up there and does the exact same thing, except
he doesn't go
he
face
doesn't
first.
go face first, like body down. He just kind of falls
Feet
first, and his legs are all fucked up, but he survives. He's
Yes.
technically still alive. And the entire congregation of people start imitating his wails of pain.
He's screaming, so they all start screaming.
That is another thing throughout the entire movie.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of mimicry.
Shared collective emotional experiences.
Yeah.
A
Everything
lot.
is shared.
Yes.
Everything.
And I think they even say that, like,
Yep.
the babies are raised by the whole community, and
Yep.
this is what's happening here, and that's
Yep.
what's happening there. And yeah, it's really disturbing. And they have to end this guy's life with a big hammer to the face.
Big old mallet.
Yeah, and they like take turns. There's like 3 or 4 people that are designated, and they smash his face in.
Yeah.
So you've got a bunch of American and London kids watching this, and they do not know what the fuck just happened. And the 2 kids from London kind of go to 11
Yeah.
because they're just like, no, what the fuck did we just see?
Yeah, what is wrong with you? We're out of here. You guys are fucked. This is fucked. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. So the older woman, the elder, who kind of, again, is the MC.
The MC.
We'll call her that because I don't know what else to call her. She basically explains, life is cyclical. And this is, instead of letting you get old and just be in pain and die,
Right.
you are giving yourself up.
Yeah.
You are sacrificing
You're giving yourself back
your
to
body.
nature.
And for nature, yes.
Yeah.
And so they chose to do this. They flung themselves by choice. And these people do not understand it, and they all leave horrified. So, of course, this is about the point, I think, where Simon and Connie, the Brits,
Yeah.
decide to leave.
Yeah. They say that we're leaving in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get, again, this is all out of sequence, so you're getting bits and pieces of this
And
as
we're
it
a little
goes.
confused about this too.
Right. So, like, they take the bodies of the old people
Yep.
and they cremate them.
Yep.
And in an earlier scene, you see these 2 guys taking the ashes from a
that
pyre
Yeah.
and throwing it against a tree. There's like a felled tree.
There's a sacred tree off in the distance.
Yes.
That, what's his name?
Mark pees on it.
Mark goes and pees on the dead wood, and some other elders come along and are just yelling and screaming at him, saying, "Put your filthy dick away!"
Yeah.
And like, how dare you deface our sacred tree?
Yes.
And
this is where our elders are now.
Yeah, and his other friend comes around and says, Dude, I know I know you think that it's just a tree, but it's not. It is important to us. So you can't do that.
Right. And
from that point on, Mark is just dead to the world.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he fucked himself.
Yeah.
He's a stupid little boy who made stupid little boy mistakes, and he got what was coming to him. So that's going on concurrently. Meanwhile, Simon disappears, and they basically tell Connie, oh, yes, he went to the train station.
Connie goes to look for him. She's grabbing her stuff.
Yeah, we're leaving. Goodbye.
And they say, oh, no, one of us took him to the train station.
But there's only 2 seats in the truck.
There's only 2 seats in the truck.
And we don't break laws.
Yeah, she says, well, I could have just sat on his lap. Well, we don't break traffic laws here, Connie.
Right. And a little while later, we don't see Connie for a while, but we hear screams in the distance.
Right.
So there's a lot of that happens where there's a noise,
very
there's
ominous
a sound,
stuff. Yeah.
But you kind of play it off when, oh, I'm tripping on drugs, or I'm in the middle of the forest. So clearly I imagined the screaming.
It's just the wind screaming.
Well, and there are several times where Danny's like the only one paying attention, and she's like, where's so-and-so?
Right.
Should we be worried about that?
Right.
And they're like, nah, it's probably fine. You know what? That is the sign of somebody in a horror movie.
Right.
When you are concerned and no one else is.
Right.
Yeah. So they see this horrible shit, and Pele basically comforts Danny.
Yeah.
You know, it's her birthday. I don't think we mentioned this, but it is her birthday when all of this shit's going down. And her stupid-ass boyfriend forgot. But Pele drew her a picture of herself
wearing the flower crown.
Yeah, wearing flowers on her hair.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it is a thing I do for birthdays. I hope you don't mind.
I only do it for birthdays. Which we also found that he was very talented, because all the way back at the apartment, he was drawing the table for some reason. The strewn about with books and food and whatever else.
Still life, Trent. Still life.
Yeah.
So, this is all going on. And then, is it Josh? Was that the guy?
Yeah.
So Josh is writing his PhD about Midsommar festivals.
Yeah.
He's writing his thesis, excuse me. And he approaches all the people in the village and basically asks permission to write about what he sees here. And can he take pictures? And can he get involved?
Well, and he asks Pele...
Pella, I don't know. The Swedish dude.
And he asks Pella, hey, would it be... I really want to write about this. I will do whatever you want, but I need to be able to write about it. He's like, I don't know.
Names, no locations, it'll be fine.
No photos and no nothing.
Yeah, and he has to defend this.
Yeah.
So he has no evidence, basically.
Right. And he even says at the very beginning, saying, you wouldn't be able to get this peer-reviewed anyway because it doesn't have all of the things that you need, but he ignores it. He wants to have it.
Yes.
To a point.
Yes.
We'll get to that later.
But meanwhile, Christian has also had this miraculous, epiphany that he wants to write his thesis about
and
this
he starts
village.
to bargain with Josh,
right?
Saying, well, I knew you were going to be doing it across. You're going to be going to Germany and England too, so you're going to cover all of it. I want to cover just this one thing.
Right. All of a sudden, he just decided this was his passion. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, Josh has been studying this
forever. You
hollow
piece of garbage.
Yeah.
If you are a PhD student, you'd best figure out what the fuck you care about
before you get to the thesis stage.
Before you get to the thesis stage, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone around you knows what's going on. You won't break up with your girlfriend. You won't pick your thesis. You're garbage.
Yeah.
And also, he and his girlfriend, he and Danny have zero chemistry. These two have no physical contact. They do not hold hands. They do not cuddle. They do not touch. There's a few moments, but it's very half-hearted.
Like he comes behind her and grabs her shoulder and tries to massage her a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's super awkward.
It's the whole whole time they're
she's
together.
like, she like recoils. It's like, no, like don't, like that's no.
And we find out they've been together for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, and this is how they act with each other.
Woof.
This is red flags everywhere. Flags everywhere. So somehow the elders agree to let these two guys do their theses.
Quote unquote agree.
Which, of course, they don't give a shit. They know what
they're
going
not
to do
to survive.
It's never going to see the light of day.
Yeah. Well, they also say, you can't use names, you can't use the exact location, you can't take photos, but you can observe, you can ask questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And yeah, it's just so all over the place. It's really hard to keep track of where we are in the story. So after they witness all that shit, like Josh talks to their equivalent of a priest, I guess, and they show him their room, and this is our book of scriptures, and every book is different, and the runes are written by somebody who is mentally handicapped.
Yeah.
And they are bred intentionally through incest.
Yeah.
Because they are unclouded and pure and can be most open to interpreting the holy book.
Yep. And to write and continue to write the holy books.
Yes. And of course,
there are 19 of them.
There's a 9 there. Haha.
Yeah.
But Josh is like, can I take pictures? No, you cannot take pictures of the scriptures.
Yep.
No. They all go to bed, and, Danny keeps asking to bum sleeping pills off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And she has, like, fucking nightmares.
Yeah.
Where she's reliving the old man being smashed in the face. She has images of her parents and her sister on the couch, and her sister looks her dead in the face. And she also envisions the boys all getting in the car and leaving her in the middle of the night.
Right.
And when she screams, like, smoke comes out her mouth. Like, it is, again, disturbing stuff.
Fucked up.
She has very dark thoughts and goes there very quickly, especially when she's under the influence.
I was just going to say, we keep glossing over this, but they are constantly being given drug water.
Well, they're given drinks, but they don't really question what it is half the time.
It's all drug water. That's
the majority.
It's what I kept on saying during when we were watching it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's drug water. That's also drug water. More drug water. And all of this is just influencing how they're thinking, how they're sleeping, like she can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first night she couldn't sleep, which is why the second night she asked for a sleeping pill.
Yep. And then the third night
night is the same thing.
So the next day, Connie has now gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
And some little dude says, oh no, it's a misunderstanding. I can explain. Yeah, she was very persistent and she needed to go to the train station.
They're all at dinner and someone asks, where's Connie? Why would Simon leave Connie? And like Danny is like just indignant about the entire thing.
She's the only one who seems to give a shit. And everyone's like, it's fine. It's good.
Right.
So he says, no, I took her. She was very insistent, so I took her to the train station.
And of course, this man had an immediate response, had an answer to whoever was going to bring up that question.
Well, and if you asked anybody in the camp, they all had the same response.
They would have had the same response.
Yes, every single one. It's the same. Oh, yes, they went to the station. Mm-hmm. They went to the station. They went home. Yep. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
So at this point, you pointed out that Christian, they all have these like glasses of juice or something in front of them.
Drug water.
And Christian's is slightly darker.
Yeah, everybody else's is mainly yellowish. It looks like it's lemonade.
Yeah.
Or like a pineapple juice or something like that. Fruit juice.
Yes, it's a fruit juice.
But Christian's is slightly off color.
Right. And they're handed meat pies, and when he bites into the pie, there is what appears to be a pubic hair.
Yeah.
So again, this happens now. Later in the movie, we are shown when they are arriving at camp, and they look at a tapestry, and it's basically a young woman going through these different steps to make a man fall in love with her and marry her and have a baby.
Yeah.
And Pella's sister is now of the age that she can fuck. And the elders have to approve who can marry and who can have babies together.
And she fancies Christian.
And so we see this tableau where this young girl cuts out her pubic hairs and then also drips something from her body
into a cup.
And then they get to have sex, and then they're in love. And that's the tableau. So it's like, okay. So we had already at this point seen her like shove a little rune under his bed, and it's
a
like
love rune.
A love rune.
Mm-hmm.
So she's set her eye on Christian. And at some point later in the movie, we find out, oh, yes, you're an astrological match, and the elders have approved you to mate with her.
Right. And like at one point, like, there's a bunch of kids and younger people like dancing around, running around, having fun. And Maya is her name, the redhead. She kicks him. She kicks Christian.
And gives him eyes.
Yeah, and just a little bit of a love tap, if you will. And just trying to be, you know, oh, they like you. Very flirtatious and whatnot. So, yeah, from that point on, it's like, oh, God, that's what's happening here.
No, this girl is determined. She's going to get this guy.
And why do you think his glass was miscolored?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But, of course, you noticed it right away.
I noticed it right away.
Like, that seems like
and I didn't know what it was going to be, but it wasn't until we saw that big tableau that it's like, oh, God. No.
Yeah. So, basically, she's trying to cast spells on him or some crap.
Yeah.
And
with the drug water.
And at this dinner, this girl that Mark's been making eyes at says, "Come with me. I will show you."
Right.
What are you going to show me?
What are you going to show me?
I will show you.
Yeah.
No explanation.
Yeah, she just takes him away.
Yep. And he goes.
After he kept on like either thinking to himself or saying it out loud. He's probably saying it out loud.
Both.
It's like, these guys just keep on staring at me. Of course, this is after he pissed on their sacred tree.
Yes.
This woman comes along and says, "Come with me, come with me, come with me," and we never see him again.
Nope. I mean, we do.
To a point. We see his face.
We don't see him alive again. Certainly.
Also, as long as we're talking about that, when Maya and all the other people were running around and dancing, what was the name of the dance, Betsy?
Oh, the children are playing a game called Skin the Fool.
Skin the Fool.
A charming Swedish game for children to play.
Yep.
Needless to say, Mark plays the fool in this.
Yeah.
And they are very heavy-handed about that. And you see it a few times. But yeah, there's like a couple of places. Everything, like you said, everything is decorated. There's runes everywhere, and there's pictures and tableaus everywhere. And they show a painting of a bear on fire.
Ablaze.
And we had already seen the bear, and it's like, oh, well, I guess the bear's gonna go on fire later. So here's what I want to talk about. So the bear in Danny's apartment, above her bed. So like after the accident, after her family is killed.
Yeah.
And she is laying there not sleeping, and Christian comes in to take her to a party or let her know he's going to a party.
Yeah.
She has a picture on her wall, and it's a bear, and it's a woman looking at this bear. It's like kind of a fantasy fairy looking kind of thing. It's like very gold and ornate. And I observed it earlier, just this woman looking into the face of a big bear. And that's not a mistake.
Wow.
Nobody puts artwork like that in a movie like this.
I did not see that at all.
So near the beginning, there is literally artwork
I know the scene you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't looking at the walls. I was looking at her.
Yeah. So there's a bear on her wall.
Fuck.
There's a bear at the camp. The bear in the picture is lit on fire. And then, of course, we'll get to it, but there's a bear at the end of the movie. So yeah, this is the point of the movie where it really starts hopping around and it gets a little hard to follow. So again, you sort of have to be really paying attention
it's
to know
also where
the
shit
sequence.
kind of pops off.
Right. This is where it starts to get fucked.
Yeah.
Because Josh sneaks into their chapel or whatever you want to call it in the middle of the night, and he starts taking pictures of the holy books. And while he's in there, somebody comes behind him. And again, there's a mirror there. So, or a window or something.
Something reflective.
Something reflective. And he sees what he thinks is Mark.
Right.
But it's
not Mark's body.
It's not Mark. It's somebody wearing a Mark skin suit. They have killed Mark, and they have skinned him, and they are wearing him like a costume.
Wearing his face.
And Josh gets beat the hell over the head by a second person who we don't see.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand why we had to wear Mark's flesh suit. It was quite disturbing, but there's a man under there blinking at him.
Yep.
And yeah, Josh is now also bleeding out on the floor and dragged away. And we don't see Josh alive again.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, they announce at the breakfast, the holy book has gone missing. This was the piece I didn't understand. Why would it go missing? Unless a Christian took it.
Did it actually?
My feeling is Christian maybe took it.
Okay.
Because he's a fucking lazy horse's ass.
Yep.
And it would be easier for him to just go ahead and take that book. And he was very quick to throw Josh under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I just want you to know, if he is in any way a party to this, we are not affiliated. We are not friends. We don't have anything to do with that guy. Josh and your friends have gone missing. Josh and Mark are not here. And that looks really bad for us, but I definitely didn't do it. And I don't know those guys. I've never seen them before in my life.
Just goes to show how much of a piece of shit Christian is.
He's awful.
Yeah.
He's awful. But she has stayed with this garbage man.
Yeah.
And they're bad together. They're so bad together.
Mm-hmm.
But they wake up and now people have gone missing and it's basically just down to these two people.
Yeah, Danny and Christian are
Danny
the
and
only ones
Christian.
left from their group.
So that day they separate them.
Yeah.
So Christian is toted off to be told, you are an astrological match and can mate with this woman.
And he thinks that he's going to go and be interrogated about the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ready for that.
Yeah, and Danny is going to go off and do the dance.
Uh-huh. So they have the May Queen competition. Mm-hmm. And it's just, again, they give her drug water. Mm-hmm. And she is spinning and turning and dancing.
And tripping.
And tripping balls.
Tripping balls.
Once again, she starts by looking at her feet. And her feet are growing in the grass.
Yep.
And everybody else in the competition is... I get why this would be a difficult thing to win.
Right.
And a difficult thing to do. Because, first of all, you're all fucked up. Mm-hmm. Everybody drank this shit before they started.
Drug water.
And you are going in circles. And then you're putting your arms in the air and spinning in circles. And then you go the other way. Mm-hmm. And girls are dropping like flies.
Yep.
While this is all happening, they give Christian some drug water.
Right, and Christian is in the interrogation room where he's looking at the runes on the walls in there of the Bear of Flame.
Yep.
And he just keeps on like staring at it and staring at it. And then he goes into the other room, and the MC tells him that Maya has a thing. Oh no, what do you think of Maya?
Yeah.
What are your feelings about Maya?
Yeah.
Well, she has taken to you. You have been approved.
You are a match.
You are an astrological match with Maya. You will mate.
You have been approved by the elders to mate.
Right. And he's like, okay.
And like earlier in the movie, or maybe it's later, I don't really fucking know. It's all out of sequence. He's talking to somebody in the village and he's talking about like inbreeding and incest. He's like, is that a problem?
Right.
And they say, oh no, sometimes we must, the bloodlines are pure, but we must bring in new blood sometimes.
Exactly. And we have to, we respect the taboo of incest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's told this, and he's like, the fuck I do? What? And he joins the dancing. He watches them all in the crowd. And some other blonde woman just gives him this drink and says, here, drink this. What is it? It will lower your inhibitions. Like, it flat out tells him.
Well,
it will loosen you up.
Or she says that you'll be more influenceable. Yeah. Whatever the
You're
word is.
You're more easily influenced, and your inhibitions
She just comes right out and says it.
And he does it.
Yeah.
He tries to say no, but she won't let him say no, so he does it. Like everybody in this movie. They just go along with it.
They just go along with it.
We're in Sweden, and it's vacation, and it's summer. Whee! Hot girl summer! Hot girl summer, Sweden! And of course, Danny somehow manages to outdance everybody.
Right.
And she is crowned the May Queen.
Yeah.
And this was one of the details. So again, when she's tripping, the background gets really warbly.
Everything
and
starts
blurred.
warbling with her.
And I pointed this out. You hadn't caught it. Right above her right eye, and then on the side of her head too.
After she wins.
After
and
she
they
wins.
crown her with the flower crown.
She has, because again, she's tripping balls.
Yep.
There is a flower that looks like it's breathing.
Yeah.
And it's expanding and contracting. And it's very off-putting.
Yeah.
And she's basically not understanding what's happening. And they all put her on a pedestal and, cape her and crown her and cape her in flowers. And they take her over to a table and they have a big feast and try to make her eat an entire herring tail first. It's just weird thing after weird thing after weird thing. And she's meanwhile just staring at Christian the whole time.
Yeah.
And they say, you must go, now the May Queen will bless our crops and our harvest and go around.
Yeah, they're going to go off on a hayride.
Yeah, literally putting her in a carriage pulled by all the other young women.
Right.
So they get her the fuck out of there. And they have Maya make eye contact with Christian. And
As she goes off to the barn.
Goes off to the sexy barn. And they leave a trail of flower petals.
Right.
And they all look at him and they're like, go now.
And he's all tripping balls more than anybody else. And he just goes along with it.
That was one of the coolest shots in the movie where he's about to lose his shit and he turns to the guy next to him and says, what's happening? And he slaps his hands together and it's like a wave in the film.
Yeah.
And everything becomes wobbly.
Yep.
That was such a cool effect. It's really a well-made movie just for how this looks and how they interpret things like this. If I could speak very highly of anything, it's that.
Yeah.
It's how it looks and how they did it. It's so well done.
Because how else do you depict a drug trip?
Yeah. But still make it watchable.
Yeah.
And it's very bright and sunny and warm. It's not nightmarish
It is
and
hardly
awful.
ever dark.
And even when it's dark, there's still some light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she goes off to bless the crops. He goes off and he basically is shepherded into this building and he's cloaked in this fancy robe. And they say, here, inhale this. It's for your virility. And his eyes fucking dilate like crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, they open the doors and there's Maya naked as the day she was born.
On a bed of flowers, surrounded by other naked women.
All the naked family members.
Right. There to witness the copulation.
Yes. They're gonna fuck, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a baby. And same thing as the shared experiences elsewhere.
Yep.
She starts moaning, so they start moaning. But they're also singing.
Yep.
So it's incredibly off-putting, and he's like, what the fuck?
His eyes are just wide like crazy, and he's just keeps on going, keeps on going.
And then some old woman is pushing his butt to get him to finish.
Well, and the first woman comes around to hold her hand as she's looking up at the other people.
I kind of assume that's her mom.
Sure.
That's how I interpreted that.
Sure.
She puts her hands on her face and then is making dead eye contact with Christian, moaning in his face. It's so off-putting.
Dude.
So he's trying to perform, mind you.
Well,
that is not the circumstances.
What I said during the movie was that, oh God, did you just inhale Viagra or something?
Yes. Yes. Smoke Viagra.
Yeah.
New product. Ask your doctor today.
So while all this is happening, she goes off to bless the crops, which entails digging a hole, putting in some seed, putting a piece of meat, quote unquote, meat. Which, by the way, I didn't see any animals in that entire field except for the bear.
There were some cows when we got there.
Okay.
But again, that was out of sequence and hard to remember if you did or didn't see
We also didn't really see what was on the table when they were doing right before this at the big table after she's crowned.
Yeah, again, a reflective surface.
Right. We didn't see any kind of, what this meat was.
No, but it was, covered in flies and shit.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I think they ate Mark. I'm fairly confident they ate Mark because there's like a weird rib cage style meat.
They don't really address it, but I think these folks are cannibals.
And later on, when we find out what happened to Mark, there's nothing left of Mark.
Right.
And we already know they were wearing his skin suit, so what happened to his meat?
They did make some meat pies.
Yeah, so I have to believe to some extent
Simon.
there is some ceremonial eating of humans here.
Oh boy.
But I forgot to mention there's like a part when she's tripping balls and starts speaking Swedish.
Right.
When she's dancing, like this movie's fucking weird. And it's like, was she really speaking Swedish? Were they speaking mumbo jumbo? They could just understand each other.
Yeah, Swedish is all.
Do you want to speak
anyway.
Swedish? You are. We understand each other. We. So yeah, he goes off and fucks this lady.
She comes back from the hayride.
She comes back and sees it.
Well, she hears it.
She hears it first.
Yeah, she hears it, and she's like, immediately thinks
what
is going on.
It's not for you. I wouldn't recommend it.
Right.
But she looks in the keyhole, sees what's happening, and then she goes and starts having full body sobs. Yeah. So all the young women, like her, have a collective full body wail.
Yeah. And she goes back to bed where she's supposedly just gonna go and cry.
Yep.
But of course everybody's there like trying to calm her or just
I think they just want to share the experience.
I guess.
That's all it is because they're all so fucking drugged up. They just want to share all these emotions.
Yeah, and they just don't have emotions. Did you see anybody there have any kind of emotion? But the
one
outsiders?
guy made a joke at the beginning, but that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like quickly like, what are these people? What is this place? What is happening? And once Christian finishes, he runs off straight into the rest of the commune, butt-ass naked.
Right, he's like...
trying to get away from it.
He's still tripping, and he's just running around, just trying to avoid people. Then he goes into the chicken coop.
Yep, in the chicken coop, we have Simon with his body flayed open, and the birds are kind of eating him. Mm-hmm. But because he's tripping again, his lungs are inflating. So I'm like, oh my god, is Simon fucking alive?
No.
Oh no, it's just drugs. Just drugs.
It's all very much drugs. So I did a little bit of looking before we started recording here, and apparently that particular way of being flayed is called a blood eagle. Yeah.
Gross.
How he's like all opened up and his arms are way out and feet are way out and the back of him is
his bones are opened up. Ugh.
Yeah. That's called a blood eagle.
That's disgusting.
It's very disgusting.
And horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while he's running into the chicken coop, he sees a leg sticking out of the ground with a rune on the foot.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
So he gets knocked out by some man blowing powder into his face.
Which paralyzes him.
Yes, so he cannot speak, he cannot move,
yeah.
But he is awake and he can see.
He is aware.
He is aware. So he wakes up, and now we're at another festival where Danny is full May Queen. She is head to toe flowers.
Yeah.
In a cape of some kind.
She is flowers.
And it is revealed we are going to sacrifice some people to the sun god.
This is the main thing that we are here to do.
This is why we're here. The main event, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, we have arrived.
We have arrived.
So the whole thing is 9 people have to be sacrificed.
Yes. 4 outsiders.
4 from the outside, 4 from the inside, and 1 that the new May Queen chooses.
Yes. From a group.
Right. So before they get to the chosen stuff, they get to have sacrificial bingo.
Hooray! Hooray!
Yeah, they literally have a tumbler, a bingo cage
with balls covered in runes.
Right.
Yes.
With everybody's name on it.
How else would you pick the candidates? It's the fucking Hunger Games.
God. These people are just... Oh my god.
So yeah, the 4 people that we know have been chosen are outsiders. So Simon.
Yep.
And Connie, Mark, and Josh.
Yep.
They're all going to be sacrificed because they're already dead. Mm-hmm. We've got 2 people who died, apparently. We don't really know what happened to them because they're like effigy. They're just basically their faces on sticks. I don't really understand those two.
Right.
And then 2 living people. So one of the villagers and then Ingmar.
Yeah, Ingmar.
They both volunteer. And then we are left for her to choose the 9th person.
And before that, Pella, he was basically crowned as well.
Yes.
As, hey, you did the best job of bringing everybody
Look
here.
how many people you brought us.
Right.
You brought us 4.
Right.
4. And 2 more.
And got us our May Queen.
Yes. You've done such a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes to you. And he's like trying to make moves on Danny. Like he kisses her after she wins.
He kisses her on the face.
And and she hallucinates her mom, and she's just like all these weird little moments.
Right.
So we don't see who she chooses, but we know who she's gonna choose.
Yeah, she's like full on just upset about the entire thing, but mainly at him.
She's really good at pouting.
She's got a pouty face.
She's got that downturned mouth just solidly in place.
Yeah.
And we see like these villagers hollowing out a bear. Mm-hmm. And then
teaching the children, teaching the boys.
You must move the organs, but hold it here and move this around.
Try not to slice the intestines.
Nope. Got to put those here. We're going to use those for something later.
Mm-hmm.
And they stuff Christian into the bear
carcass.
Into the bear. And he can't move and he can't speak, but he is aware of all of this.
Yeah.
And they put them all in the big yellow building. And here's where we see what's left of Josh. And what's left of Connie, and what's left of
Simon.
And then we see Mark, whose flesh suit has been reestablished, and they put him in a little fool's cap.
Yeah.
Like it literally has the little bells on it.
Yep.
So he is absolutely the fool in all of this. And they put the 2 living people in and give them something to say, here, for the pain, don't feel any pain. But that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You're being burned alive. You're going to feel some fucking pain. Mm-hmm. And they all set them up. They light them up. But when the screaming begins inside,
everybody else starts.
The screaming begins outside.
Yeah.
But the final shot of the movie.
Yeah, it's Danny crying.
She's crying and screaming with everybody.
Screaming with everybody else because this is a horrible, horrible thing.
Yeah.
Her humanity is still there.
Yes.
But at the very end, we get a full-on shot of her smiling.
She looks at the flames and then has a release.
Yeah.
And the big grin. Like it's the most iconic shot because you've seen this shot before. If you've seen anything from this movie.
I haven't.
I have seen this visage before.
Okay.
Where her eyes are clearly raw from emotion, but she has a big grin on her face. And it is very off-putting. Yeah. Because we've just witnessed 2.5 hours.
What the hell just happened.
2.5 hours of horrible, nightmarish shit.
Yep.
And then it's over.
Yep.
It's all over. So yes, I understand why this movie has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is an incredibly well-crafted movie. The storytelling, while confusing at the beginning, as long as you're paying attention, you can follow it. Yeah. So like we just placed it all back into sequence for it to make sense, but it's not shown to you that way. You're given a piece and then you go back and then you get the rest of it.
Yep.
You're given a piece, you go back and get the rest of it. You know, this is a powerhouse performance by Florence Pugh.
100%.
She is incredible in this movie. She goes from 1 to 11 quite frequently. And all those dudes suck. Every one of those guys is a garbage human being.
Oh, God.
At one point you said Danny is a saint. She's dealing with this monster.
This is like while she's in the car, like before they even get there. Like, for fuck's sake, you are a saint for dealing with all of this stuff and absorbing all of their bullshit.
Yeah. And you shouldn't even be here, and you shouldn't even be with these people.
No.
So it's like, she, in a weird, fucked up way, gets a happy ending? Because she's free. She's free of that. She's free of her past. She has a new family.
I was just going to say, she has no actual family that we're aware of.
Nope. But Pella's been pushing very hard to get her to join his family.
That's the thing. Pella was the key to the entire thing. you're amongst family now. Yeah. I also lost my parents in a blaze.
In a fire.
In a fire.
And I'm just like, oh, really?
Oh, jeez.
But here's the thing. If they only do this every 90 years, I thought about this. I was like, did his parents also, like, volunteer for this shit?
Yeah.
But if it's every 90 years, that mathematically doesn't check out.
I don't know.
So there could very well have been some other sacrificial shit, though.
Yeah.
If they do some version of this festival every year.
Accidents happen.
Yeah, You drink too much drug water, you crawl into a bear suit, you light yourself on fire. Just a normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I liked this movie. I think I'm going to have to really absorb this movie for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be thinking about this movie. I will tell you that much for sure.
Wow.
Yes.
That's about all I can say. Yeah, Betsy, I think eventually we're going to have to revisit this one for nothing else, just to look at it again.
Yeah.
Not necessarily just to watch the entire thing.
Catch the things you missed.
As soon as we're done here, I want to go and see that fucking painting.
Yeah.
In that room. That's what I want to see right after this. Because I totally missed that. But I want to look up the whole thing about nines and the repeating of the mimicry of stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, just how it is made is incredible. But you know what? It just makes me want to go and watch Hereditary.
Also true. I have heard incredible things about that movie. Toni Collette is supposed to be phenomenal.
Like, everybody who was actually watched that movie said, oh my God, Toni Collette, give her a fucking Oscar now.
You cowards.
Yeah.
Just because it's a horror movie, quote unquote, doesn't mean the acting is subpar.
Right.
Florence Pugh is acting her ass off in this movie.
Fucking A, she is.
Like, come on. You don't have to make some prestige Oscar bait movie to get nominated for acting.
No.
Expand your minds, guys.
Yeah, and watch more movies than just the Oscar bait movies, for fuck's sake. Anyway. But yeah, Betsy, that's Midsommar.
Indeed it was.
Holy shit. I think that's about where we're going to end it here, but I've got one email from Stephanie here about Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
A movie we watched.
For this October-ish, Oktoberfest. Sure.
Stop calling it that.
Oktoberfest. We're Germans. It's okay. All right, talking about Tucker and Dale. This is one of our favorites. We have watched this many, many times. To this day, we still say, quote, goddamn college kids, especially when we lived near our college. And, hey, college kids, we got your friend. And howdy do, officer. We have had a doozy of a day. That's my favorite one. It is so funny and so wonderful. I will have to rewatch this one this week. Here's a question. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods? Very much plays with the tropes and horror expectations. It is one of my faves. Love always, superfan, Stephanie.
I have not seen that one.
No.
But I know it's kind of Chris Hemsworth and Jennifer Lawrence, like right before they both got big.
I am aware of this movie. I understand it is really, really good, but we don't seek these kinds of movies out. I was a little intrigued by it when it was new and very, very popular.
I think we'll get to it.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Maybe. Or some rando day in between.
Maybe. Because, of course, we're going to run out of movies.
We'll never have...
Clearly.
We are going to have to retire this podcast because we will have seen every movie.
We did it, guys!
We finished Netflix. We finished HBO. All the movies are done. Goodbye forever.
100% complete. What?
We unlocked the achievement.
Achievement unlocked, yes. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for today. We've got one more to go, and it's going to be a doozy, folks. So,
Halloween.
On Halloween, yes. We timed this out perfectly because...
Like we did it on purpose.
Hey, Sunday is Halloween this year. Not going to do that next year, but hey, whatever. But yeah, let us know what your favorite Oktoberfest movies are. neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. Or if you want to support us in any way, financially, emotionally, throw us some money. Click the link in the podcast description. You can sign up to pay us $1 or $5 or $10 a month. Whatever you want to do is fine. You can cancel anytime. It's cool. All the cool kids are doing it.
No pressure, though. Here, drink these drugs.
You know, I think that's what we're going to do right now, Betsy.
Drink the drugs?
Go and drink some drug water.
Obviously.
And just go have a grand old time.
I'm going to stuff you in a bear costume. Because bear suits are funny. No, I'm not. I love you.
All right, that's it, Betsy. We're done. I'm Trent.
I'm Betsy.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next time on Never Seen It.